Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Lowe's Halloween 2026 leaks. If you guys want to click off this video, because there is going to be leaks of animatronics that are coming out this year. Basically all of them. I don't think it's really all of them. Basically all of them. Then click off this video. I think that most of this lineup is kind of meh. But there are a few props I absolutely do love, and I want to get into those. First one we're going to start with, as you can see, is this random skeleton candy bowl holder. I don't even know if this counts as an animatronic. I never really looked at the description of these guys, so I'm going to do my best just to guess on what they do. And I don't really know their price tags either, because I am too lazy to look at it, and I really just want to get this... I just really want to get my opinion out, because for Spring Halloween, I was so late, and still haven't posted a video on it. So I just really want to be on time on this one, because I have not been good with keeping on track. But this is a candy bowl holder. I assume this guy's at least around 100, but if he's way more, then I don't have no clue why. I don't know what he does. I'm assuming, if anything, his mouth opens or something. If he does move. I don't know if he does. But yeah, it's a candy bowl holder. I just want to start with, like, the more, like, stuff that I don't really care about yet. Type kind of things. Just stuff I don't really care about. I'm gonna start with. Okay, so before we get to some like really, really bad props, I really just want to get ones I don't really care for, which is the mummy, rocking skeleton, and the party dog. First about the mummy, it's gonna be the same opinion with all of these. I just don't really care for kitty Halloween props. I just never really cared for them. But they're here for people that do like them. If anything, I don't really know what they do because I don't have the links on hand. I'm assuming the mummy, like, moves his arms and then, like, kind of, sways left to right. That's what it looks like, at least from the picture to me. And then for the rocking skeleton, I assume he moves his head forward and maybe moves his arms forward, something like that. I'm assuming he's doing something like that. Party dog, I have no goddamn clue. I don't know what he will do. Maybe walk or something? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool if he walks or something. That'd be really nice. Next ones I want to get is the Jemmy stuff out the way. The Jemmy stuff this year I think is atrocious. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying, but there is one particular item that I think is the worst item of this year, and I will get to that last. First one we're going to talk about is the Stitch. I am just not a big fan of Stitch, and also this doesn't look good to me. I just don't really care for, the plush Jemmy items. Some of them are good, but... I don't know about some of them, actually. Maybe all of them are bad. But I don't really like this one. I really don't. I don't know what the hell he does. I'm assuming sways left to right or something. I don't really care because I'm not buying this thing. So, yeah. Next one that we're going to get on here is Jemmy Mike Wazowski. Now, I don't really actually mind this one. I don't think it's, like, atrocious or terrible. I think it's just mediocre. It's not the best. It could look better. So I'm hoping that Home Depot or something can make a really good Mike Wazowski and Sully or something, because we're gonna get Sully in here. Jump scare. This is obviously horrible. I don't know what they tried doing with this Sully, but he is atrocious. This is the worst prep of this year so far, in my opinion. I hate this thing. I think this thing is horrible. I hate it so much. And I don't know what the price tag is. It's probably around 2-3. Oh no, it's 300. That's what it was. And it's not even 6 feet, I'm pretty sure. Or it is 6 feet. It's something like that. I don't really care. I know it's like $300 or something, which is a horrible price for how ugly this thing is. Next thing I'm going to get out of the way is probably the groundkeeper, because it's not really something that does anything. I'm pretty sure it just opens its mouth or something, people said. And it's like 5 feet tall, so it is probably going to be pretty large. But the fact that it doesn't have any arms or anything kind of turns me off, and this price point of it being $330 is crazy. I just don't think this thing looks amazing or anything. I don't think it looks anything cool. But you never know. Maybe it does something cool in stores, and we just don't know about it yet. We're going to have to wait till Lowe's for me to get a full opinion on this thing. And I will be making a video when that does come out, because I might change my mind on a lot of things. If I don't, then I'll just say I didn't. Okay, so next one I'm going to put in here is probably the Poppin' Goblin. I think it's a goblin. I'm just not a really big fan of this thing. I get the idea of it, of a goblin trying to disguise as a skeleton or something. I'm just not a big fan of it. I heavily prefer the goblin from Home Depot. I don't really like this one. I just don't think it looks that cool. I was never even a fan of the pumpkin one, so it's not that crazy to me. I think its price point is $200, and obviously you guys know what it does because you guys probably seen the pumpkin. But yeah, I think it's like $200, and it's just not my thing. Now we're gonna be talking about the female band singer. Now I don't think this is worse than the next thing I'm probably gonna be talking about, but it's not my favorite. I was never really a fan of the band props. I do like the keyboard and the keyboardist and the, if that's how you say it, and the singer. I'm not a big fan of the guitarist though. Again, I don't know the terms of musical stuff, but something like that, I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, not a big fan of this one. I think this is one of my least favorites out of the band singers or the band players, whatever. This is probably one of my least favorites, and its price point of $300. I think it's a little too steep. I don't know though, because they are really good props, probably. But I'm just not a big fan of these things. I don't know. I think they're just also too kiddie for me as well. But I know a lot of people like them, so if you do like them and add this to your collection, then maybe it's a good, like, addition, because it is a guitarist. It's a different one. Next one we're going to be talking about is the 15-foot Watcher. I am not a big fan of this guy either. Especially for his price point of $430. It doesn't seem like he'll do much. It would be cool if he takes his head off or something. I think that would add up into him. But it's just his design is really plain to me. I just don't really care for this guy. But I think his main selling point is going to be that his eyes are apparently headlights. So they're going to be super bright. The only thing that sucks about that is that if you have lighting for your props and stuff like that, this guy is going to completely overshadow it. You're not going to be able to see shit. So that's the only thing that sucks about it. But he's definitely, that's definitely his main marketing point, that it's going to be really bright. I don't know if it's actually going to use, like, headlights, like car headlights. Now, the next props, I honestly wish were higher. Like, I would talk about them later. But the fact that they are 300 doubloons and they're only 2 feet tall is what really turned me off on these props, because they look so cool. And if they were like 6 feet, I probably would have picked one up. I honestly do really like the dragon and the werewolf, but they're only 2 feet tall and they're $300, and I don't know why. They don't even do anything. They're just static and make noise. Yeah, I don't get why they're so expensive, but nonetheless, they look cool and stuff like that. But I just think the price point is too steep for me to put it higher on here. So I'm just not even gonna talk about them that much. That's really all I do. And the next one I honestly forgot to talk about. I honestly forgot to talk about this thing because I actually do not like this thing. It's a doll with an umbrella and a pumpkin head on the umbrella. I don't really like this prop, whatever. I don't like this prop. I just don't really care for it. It just looks really weird. I know some people do like it. I personally don't. I don't see the appeal to it. I guess if it was like kind of Tim Burton style-esque, which I do kind of see that. I love Tim Burton style, but this one just looks weird to me. I don't know. I just don't really like the dress or anything. I don't like the spider web and all that. I don't know. There's just so many questions to me that makes me just not like this prop as much. Now we're going to get to some budget props. If you guys don't know, there are budget props that exist at Lowe, especially with Lowe's for the last 2 years, I would say.
When the black tide rises and the stars align once more, I will be the scream that wakes the demons. And you will be their first meal.
And the first one I'm going to be talking about is probably the witch with the broom. I'm not the biggest fan of this thing, but for a budget prop, it's not bad. It's really not bad. I think the price point was like $130. That's not bad at all. That's a really good price for a budget prop, and especially it's techie. Techie is really good quality, so this might be really good quality for a budget prop. So I think it's a great prop for people that just want to spend stuff on a budget. I think she's perfect. Especially, it's a witch. It's a classic-looking witch. It looks cool. It looks like a really old Halloween prop, which I also really like about that. Especially with the next one we're going to be talking about. It looks just, like, so classic.
Those beyond this been waiting for you a very long time.
Next one we're going to be talking about is the Pointing Reaper. I forgot to mention that these two have videos, but I'm probably going to put them in anyway before I talk about them in general. But they both do have videos. But the Pointing Reaper, I do like a lot as well. I think it's another really vintage-looking Halloween prop, especially for Techie. It has a really nice voice, in my opinion, too. I really like the voice on this one. I like the audio. And again, it's $130. What can go wrong? All he does is just point. Nothing crazy, but for a budget prop, I think that's pretty good, especially since it's Techie. It's going to be high quality, probably. So, yeah, I do really like this one. I think it looks really nice. So, again, for people that want to spend on a budget, I highly recommend this one, probably. Again, I have to see the quality when it comes out, obviously, but I think it's going to be good.
You have stepped into my field. Turn back, now, while you can. You are not welcome here. This is a place of nightmares. I would think twice before coming closer. I am the guardian of these crops. I do not take kindly to intruders. Turn back! Are you lost? Leave this place while you still have the chance. My patience is running thin. The air is thick with dread in this field. Can you feel it?
So, next one I'm talking about is probably one of my least favorite tall props on here. Because I just don't really like it. Especially coming in at $300, it doesn't really do much. I don't even remember its name. It's something like Pumpkin Man or something. Whatever it is, it's just a standing Pumpkin Man guy. And I just don't like it. I don't like it. I do not mind the head sculpt, but everything else I just don't like, especially with the movement of just the hand turning. I do think the way the mouth moves looks cool, but it looks like that would deteriorate after a while if it's latex. But I do like how it moves. It reminds me of like a really old 80s movie with like the puppets and it would stretch the whole face when it opens. I do like how that moves, but I don't know how long that would last. But the hand spinning is just really dumb. It looks really stupid. I just don't really like it. And again, it's $300. It is 8 feet tall, to be fair. But $300, I don't think is worth it for these guys. I just don't really think so. Next one I'm going to be talking about is basically a set of 3, I would say. Is these little pumpkin guys. One of them rips its head off. And that's pretty cool. I really liked it. Apparently, it's just a new company named KP or something like that. Something like that. So that's kind of cool. I like that we're getting new companies in here. But I do like these guys. They look a little funny. And then the next one is one that just its jaw just drops down. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't have the price points or the names or anything like that of these next 3. But they do look cool. I do like the idea of them. They look pretty nice. I do like them. And then the next one is like a tall one. I think he's like a 12-footer, they said. And I think the only thing we know about this guy is that he rises or something like that. That's what I've heard, at least. I don't know. But, again, I don't have the price bar for this guy or the name. But I think all these 3 together would really make a nice scene. I think they do look really cool together, probably. And I'm excited to see the set of them in stores. I am really excited to see them. And I do like these guys. I don't think I'll pick them up. but I think they're really nice for people that do like them. Next ones we're going to be talking about are some clowns. You guys don't know, I'm not a big fan of clowns. So next one we're going to be talking about is a swinging clown. Let's go. Not a big fan of this one. I think it's cool that it comes with a whole swing set, because I really do hate the props where you do have to, like, find a good place to swing it, especially if you don't have a good place to swing it. Then it's just like you just have it as a sitting prop, basically. So I do like that it comes with its own swing set. I think that's really nice. And hopefully there is an option where you can take it off, too, so you can just hang it on a tree or something, so that you just don't see this big bar is holding it up. I think that's a really nice addition, though. So hopefully there is something like that where you don't need it, but if you don't have anywhere to swing it, then you have it. I think that's really nice. Now, I don't think this guy's necessarily bad. I actually don't think the clowns on this list are, like, terrible. It's just not my thing. I just don't like how flat the face paint is for some reason. In a way I do like it though too, because it does feel like a vintage toy type thing, but I don't think that was what they were going for, so I don't really like it. And also there's also a video of these guys apparently, except another clown we're going to be going into. I'll let you know if they don't have videos, but apparently this guy has a video. I don't have it on hand, and the link, I keep trying to open it, it's just not loading anymore. So sadly I can't get the video for you guys, but I have heard the audio, and it's like this horrible giggling, like baby stock audio, and I really don't like it. I really don't like the audio for this guy, and that's the main reason why I put it so low. But yeah, I'm just not a big fan of this guy at all. But I also don't have the price point of this one on hand either. But if I had to guess, probably around like 250 or something like that. But yeah, it's alright. It's not my favorite. Next one is a cool idea, but just not my favorite design, and that is the handstand clown. If you guys remember, we did have a handstand clown from Techie a little while ago. By the way, all three of these are made by Sing Song, the ones I'm going to mention next. This is all made by Sing Song. I'm just not a fan of the design, but the coolest part about this prop is its motion. I think the motion is really cool. What it is just him ripping off the head, and it has like a spring. And I don't remember the material for the spring. Someone said it, I'm pretty sure. But that's what it does. It just rips its head off. So it starts with its head looking like it's, in the neck and all that. And that's a really cool idea. I really do like that. I think that's really, really nice. I think that's a really nice jump scare. And it looks like it has a light in the chest area or the back. So I don't know how that'll look, but we'll see. Yeah, but it's a really cool idea nonetheless. There is no video for this guy, sadly. And I think this is one of the ones I want to see a video of the most, even though I don't like the design. Especially the wig looks horrible. Especially since I don't really like the design, but the motion does sound really cool. So I am really interested in the motion on this guy. Now, next one does have a video, and I'll put it up right now. Is the Ice Cream Man. I don't remember his name. Okay, so I don't actually know his name, because his name on on the website is just Moaning Clown Animatronic. So I really don't know. But his price point is $270. And I do like this guy. The only thing I don't like about this guy is the clown head. I don't really like how the clown head looks. I think it looks kind of cheap. I don't know. I just don't like something about it. But I do like the audio of this guy. I think the audio of this guy is really cool. And I like the design of the skeleton. Another thing I don't like is that he's just floating. I don't like that he's floating. I don't know if that's more of just an aesthetic thing, or they just didn't bother making legs. I don't know what it is, but I'm really sad there isn't any legs. I think that would look so much better than it just floating. I just don't think that's a cool looking idea. I just think it looks weird. I just prefer it having legs than just being a like regular ice cream pastor guy. Besides that, this guy looks really cool. I'm happy we get finally an appropriate ice cream guy instead of like, you know, just a random clown with ice cream or something. I think that's really cool that we got that. Now, I did forget about this next item because I actually just completely forgot about this guy. A girl. Rotten Candy Girl. There's a lot of things I have to say about this. First of all, why does it look like the Mars Attacks girl? Especially with the hair. And why is it so flat looking? It just looks so flat. I think if it had more detail in the sculpt and if it wasn't just a plastic wig, I think this would probably look pretty decent, actually. I think this would be a really cool prop. But I don't really care for it. It just looks weird. It's just weird. But it is a different idea, so I can't really blame. This is also a techie prop. We don't have a video on this one either. But we don't know what this does, apparently. Now, what I could guess is that the cotton candy would pop up, but then that would be like a really lame jump scare, I would think. So, what I think it is, I don't know if this is right, but this is my guess on what it is. I think there's going to be a little flap in the front of the box. It's going to, like, pop open, and a spider or something is going to come out. That would be a really cool jump scare if that was the case, and this would make this prop probably so much better in my opinion if that's the jump scare, because it's just so unexpected. I think it's going to be something like that, personally. I think it's going to be the box opens and then a spider just pops out. Like, just to mislead you. Because in all the pictures, it's just the cotton candy's already up. So it has to be something where, like, the flap opens or something at the front. Because it does look like there's a little compartment in the front. So it would be really nice if that is the jump scare. And I hope I'm right. Because I think that would make that prop so much better. Next prop I'm going to be talking about is my second favorite prop of this lineup. And it is the Sing Song Mummy. This is another budget prop, by the way. And there is a video of this guy. But I don't have it, unfortunately. This guy's going for... Oh, by the way. Cotton Candy Girl. Going for $300. My fault. This one's going for $100. Only $100. Such a good deal. And now only the head moves. And yeah, that's kind of lackluster. But again, it's a budget prop. And I honestly don't mind it. Because the looks of this prop are honestly amazing. I think this is my favorite mummy prop design-wise. I really like the head sculpt. I think it looks really nice. I love the clothes and how dirty they look. I just hope all this looks like the release models. It looks so cool. I'm so happy that this exists because I want more mummy props. And this mummy looks magnificent. And I think this is definitely what I'm going to be picking up. Because especially since it's only $100. How could I not? It's such a good prop for only $100. I think this is definitely the second best prop of the lowest lineup, in my opinion. I love this thing. Next one I'm going to be talking about is my absolute favorite. You guys already know what it is. It is another techie prop. We don't have a video of this guy, unfortunately, but I love the design of this thing. It is $300. It is the 9.2 foot techie gaslight ghoul. I love this design. I know it's just a Reaper, but just something about it I absolutely am in love with. I don't know what it is. I am just absolutely in love with it. I love the design, its movements. It's looking down at start position, and it looks so cool. I love how it looks when it's in the off position. It just looks so creepy. And the light stays on, by the way, I'm assuming. And then, when it turns on, it lifts its head up and points to the left. And I love the way the arm is posed, where it's not just straight. I like how it's, like, kind of crippled looking, like he's a Reaper, you know? It just looks more, like, I guess, like... how do I explain it? Like, eerie, I guess. And also his mouth moves and his eyes light up. But I think this looks really cool. It just looks so goddamn cool. It looks amazing. I love this thing. It looks so cool. And I hope I can pick this guy up, but I don't know, because a lot of the spirit stuff I do want. And this is $300. It is really, really expensive. But just remember, it's 9.2 feet, and it's techie, and all that. And stuff like that. If you guys don't know, if it's 9.2 feet, it's probably going to be a pretty large skeleton animatronic. It's probably going to be pretty big. Because the Reaper itself is at least probably like 8 foot? So yeah, it's just so cool. I love this guy. I really, really want to pick this guy up, and I'm so excited to see a video of him. I am so goddamn excited. I'm in awe for this guy. So yeah, that's the whole Lowe's lineup of 2026. So yeah, what do you guys think about the Lowe's lineup? I personally think it's a little meh, but there are props on here that I do absolutely love. It's like, especially the last two. I love these guys. So, let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and all that. That's about it for this video. I'll see you guys later.